You there? Can you see me? Oh, hey, wow, it's super creepy being stuck in the dark, isn't it? Well, the same is true when you're trying to track down issues on your network, especially when help desk tickets are stacking up and all they say is, the Wi-Fi sucks. Doesn't give you much to go on, huh? And you know as well as I do that it may not even be the Wi-Fi. Hey, I'm Paul. Welcome to Juniper. Today we're digging into the Wi-Fi sucks. Or does it?
Well, the light's on, so it must be fine.
Up till now, and with incumbent legacy networks, you don't get much to go on when investigating trouble tickets. This, my friend, is a visibility problem.
But the light is on.
And in most cases, like she said, all you can see is the light is on. This changes now. With an AI-driven network, you get the full picture of what's happening on your network, pinpointing any problems and even automatically fixing them before they ever become a problem. Pretty cool, right? Like, so cool? It can lead to a huge reduction of help desk tickets, but don't take my word for it.
We've driven a 90% reduction in the number of issues reported by employees on wireless.
A 90% reduction in help desk tickets? Unprecedented. Now, let's take a quick look in our Mist product and I'll show you what you'll be able to see so you can prevent those trouble tickets from stacking up or even happening at all. Here we are in our Mist product. You're seeing 7 SLEs or service level expectations: time to connect, successful connects, coverage, roaming, throughput, capacity, and AP health. All here to help you know exactly what's going on in your network. So, at a glance, Successful Connect stands out with only a 46% success rate. Let's click in and see what's happening there. I can now see the factors that are contributing to this connection problem. It looks like authorization is a primary factor at 98%. And then if I come down here, I can start digging in more, such as the timeline of this event happening, or distribution, so I can see the scope of the problem, such as which APs are associated, or which operating systems, and affected items to see which users and applications are affected by the failure. We can go deeper on each client. Take Denali here. I can now see the actual events happening that impact Denali's connection issues. So I can now see root cause and see things as detailed as dynamic packet capture. With this unique level of deep insight, you've just seen how quick it can be to uncover exactly what's happening and overcome a massive part of a troubleshooting headache, making it much easier to start remediating a problem. Now, let's hear about it in action, how this insight has worked out for some Juniper customers. Here's a clip with VP of Products, Sudhir Mata, talking with Devin Miller from Seattle Public Schools.
One of my favorite features that we've got to experience, we did have a couple minor issues with APs in the field, but there's an ability where the APs will talk to neighbors via Bluetooth and report issues about what's going on with an AP that'll come up. And that way I could go, well, it's got an IP address, it's not getting an IP address, it's on, everything seems fine, what's going on? It saved a tremendous amount of time on stuff like that when we were deploying it.
What Devin's talking about is a Juniper Mist AP is actually going to, even if it has no cloud connectivity because IP address is busted or port config is busted, will be able to speak to its neighbor using Bluetooth. Imagine if you are a retail store chain running thousands of stores, Brad is and Craig is, or a school district all over the city, and running around finding these APs and what's going on. That Bluetooth, talking to the neighbor AP, game changing, right? It's
absolutely. I mean, with the previous vendor solution that we had, I wasn't around when they did that installation, but as we're rolling this out, and we're still rolling it out, I've come to find that there are APs that just never ever came online. And no one even knew about it. There's APs all over the district that no one knows anything about it. It got lost, it wasn't tracked properly.
But it never happens to other people.
We're tracking them in spreadsheets, we have to worry about this inventory tracking and all these other things, and they just disappear. And then someone says, hey, there's an AP here, it doesn't do anything at all. And now we can see them now that they're all being tracked properly and they're coming online and reporting issues properly.
So the APs are working together to solve problems for you. And like I showed you in the clip, the funny clip from the commercial with the light is on, get a load of this.
When it was installed, there was a light on it, so the installer figured it was fine. But like in the Mist dashboard, it'll say something like no Ethernet link. It's like, how do I know if an AP is not working if it doesn't have an Ethernet link? Like, that's how.
You've now seen how the network itself provides insight into what's going on or not going on. You also have Marvis to help you out, your very own virtual network assistant that you can just simply ask, how's Bob's Wi-Fi today? Let's hear more about Marvis from Sujay Hajela, our SVP of Juniper Mist.
When you start talking to Marvis more and more, you can ask very simple things. I mean, many of us have had these, issues happen in a network. We all huddle together. There's a conference call. We suddenly find out that we don't even know where the problem is. We don't know what's the blast vector. We don't know who's impacted. Simple questions, difficult answers. Call up Marvis, bring it in and say, hey, how's my network doing? You can walk up to Marvis and say, hey, Taka is complaining in Japan. What's going on with his issue? Simply said, Marvis comes and says, having a roaming issue. Great. Now, this is something, by the way, I know we had some ServiceNow folks in the audience and they were moved up. Thank you so much. Hi, Sanjeev. So if you think about it, this is something which we learned from ServiceNow. This is where I say company built based on the feedback we get from customers. They had this program, and please allow me to say it, about a program called Race to Zero. And this was, how do you maniacally reduce the trouble tickets from over 100 per month to, they wanted 0. I was a startup, I said, yes, I can do it. We're down to at least 2 or 3, so that's not bad. But fundamentally, they were the ones who said, train Marvis, that every morning, all I want to say is, how many unhappy users are there in your network? You know exactly, and you start getting proactive, right? You start getting proactive and trying to address these things. So if you think about Marvis, it was literally bringing AI as an interface where you have a digital concierge sitting next to you, helping you with what's going on.
And that's just a taste of what Marvis can do. I hope you enjoyed seeing how Juniper's AI-driven solutions can give you more visibility into your network, saving headaches, saving time, and making your life just a little bit easier. Links are below if you want to catch the full videos of what I showed today, or better yet, join us for one of our Wireless Wednesday demos. And remember, don't be afraid to demand more from your network.